for the fair catch here. Line gets set, first down. Looking for room, it's Edwards. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. If you get to stick around, here recently, a lot of success, too.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like... match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Here we go. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Orji. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Finds his tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Making great decisions, that's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. Elvis Grbac, and the guy can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too, but when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Wolverines want to move quickly. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic. throws turn into long gains because of his ability after the catch. It's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Caught in the backfield, it's Loveland. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Now on the option. He'll toss it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This part of the field in the red zone offense, bringing all these tight ends in the game, you'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front. As a result, it's a negative play.
And it's right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. There we go! He will score! Touchdown, Hurricane! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Sometimes you hear people wanting to take kickoffs out of the game. Not when you get returns like that, 86 yards for the touchdown. They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David. Chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this one.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Orji. Immediately fires to the middle. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Trying to get to it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Edwards. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to a 27.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. Using his legs, it's Edwards. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And this almost feels like a free play on 2nd and inches. 3 wide receivers to the right. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he added the extra point. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Just about 30 seconds to go in the half. How aggressive do you want to be here? He wastes no time and comes out throwing, using the quick game. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. And the Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's looking to throw it. Unloads it left. And that ball is picked off. It's the other way. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Running back searching for a hole. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On the option. Quick toss. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. They got the ball in great field position and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. To get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside the 15, here's the return. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the 1st half. The Wolverines will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. He's going to bring it out from deep. Smashes ahead. Slips through the line. Knocked out of bounds at the 43, but an outstanding return there. momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. To the air, it's Ward. Throws to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big and they take over.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. They'll run play action. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Pulls it in inside the 10. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wide receiver shows motion. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of spots, so they put a lot of pressure on this offense.
Lining up down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Ward. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
That's how you earn your first down, by hard work. Really good job of the QB dropping back the pass, scrambling, getting the first down, taking a big shot.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Michigan has long had defenses built on discipline, carrying out their assignment, and they have done that to perfection today.
Carry out your assignment, do what you're supposed to do, but do it with better.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. And the Canes will line it up on first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, get him to the ground for no gain.
He'll take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big... This team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarters. They have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. Looking to pass. It's Ward. Slips away. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Power throw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Hurricanes want to crank the tempo. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He's got it. And the end zone. Touchdown, King.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you slow down. You still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. You need an onside. You need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10.
Switch it, switch it. More defense.
The give and tick, 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 tick. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Michigan. And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Intercepted. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by... late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why